Hi, my name's Margaret. Welcome to Car Readings. I've read the first two chapters of Madeline's book, written from Kate's, her mum. Just to give you a bit of background with this reason I chose this book. I do have 4 other books, but I always believe when you get information, it's always best to get it from the person's been in that situation or someone's close to that person. And Kate and Jared was at the hotel having dinner at this restaurant thing, and it's their daughter. So I thought it's the perfect person to do it with because Kate's close to her and they were at the holiday place. And it's always good to get first base information. That's why I chose this book. But the other ones are more from writers or someone like that, and I thought they're good, but this is better, So I thought I'd share that with you. So, like I said, I read the first 2, and I'm just going by the book. I'm not doing readings with her right now. It's just by the book. Now, certain things that came out. I think these are people she talks about later. In 2000, they met Aleka, Fiona and David. So I thought I'd share that. They're friends, so yeah. And Tris is Joe's sister, and Nicole is close friends with them too. So I thought I'd share that with you too. It's interesting. I don't know if it's going to go the good way for Jerry or not, because I have heard things like this before. There is bad things behind it, but then I heard other good things behind it too, where Kate would go to her first job. I think it was, I can't remember well, but she went to her first job and Jerry followed her. I thought that's interesting. And even when they're trying to have medicine when there was IVF, he meant to go for a job meeting, and his father not to because they want to have medicine. So I thought that's interesting too. And they do talk about their family. Kate's a lonely child, but she just says she doesn't get spoiled, and she always had friends around her, where Joe was the opposite, and he had a big family of 7. So, and I can relate to that. You have a lot of people around you. And yeah. And the other thing I thought with this, at the start, before Kate met Joey, she wasn't a runner. She used to play was it netball and all that, but she wasn't a runner. Jerry was the runner at the start. There's reasons why I say this. It might be nothing, but I'll get more into it later, because like I said, and I didn't want to say it in my reading, that I heard Daddy did it, right. So I'm thinking Jerry could go fast to a place. If he took medicine and something happened to medicine at the hotel, he could have quickly took her somewhere. Now that's just a theory there, yeah. It's just a theory, but it's an interesting theory I thought to myself. The other thing is, Kate and Jerry became a PG. Now at this stage, I read the book. I didn't know this bit. As a PG, you learn certain techniques. So can we fix the person like if it's an emergency, so can we fix the person here, or do they need to go to another place, like, I don't know, have an operation, whatever. So that's interesting, because that to me says that we'll learn a lot of different techniques to get to that point, yeah. And the other thing I thought, I can't remember what they call it, now you oppression jobs, where you help people with the pregnancy or become pregnancy. That was Kate's job, and I thought that in itself, like I worked in the hospital around nurses who had people had babies, and they talk about the blood tests, and they talk about the blood types and what a person can have. Like to a point, I actually meeting this lady, and she's running off what test this person was going to take, and it was heaps, like 30 or 40 different tests. And I was, oh, that's a lot for that one little bottle, I said for to myself. And I actually turned to this lady who doing the test. I said, that's an interesting question. I said to her, how many tests can you have in this bottle? So right away she said 25. So you know stuff like that as a doctor or someone taking blood, you would know it. But when you have surgery and all that, you should know all this, like know how much blood you need, how little blood you need. So that's interesting, I thought. So, like I said, with this, it's very, what I thought, just a bit of background. The other thing, she met a lady, well, Jerry and Kate met two people, two of their friends, and one was Nicole and someone else I can't remember, in 1992. So I thought that's interesting too. So it might not mean anything, but it might mean something. And like I said, it's like I thought, it's a bit of the background where they live in the religion. Like they're both Catholics, they're both Irish. So they have a real Catholic belief system. Like Kate said, when she was younger, she would go to Sunday churches every week. So yeah, and they're very determined people too. Like they're not gonna stop till they get it. So with Kate and Jerry, I feel like, and it has been 13 years since Madeleine left. Went off. Don't know what happened to her. 13 years that Jerry and Kate have been looking for her. So kind of that determined stare in itself. So I thought that's interesting too. But yeah, like I said, a lot of it's just the background in how they met each other. Like they met each other in 1992. They got married in, I think it's 1997 or 99, around Christmas time. So they knew each other for a while before they got married. They went to college together and tried to have the same jobs together, so they got together. So that's interesting in itself. Like I said, it's just a background, how they met each other and who they met on the way, and how they got Madeleine, how Kate got pregnant with Madeleine. And that's interesting too, because like I said, Jerry was trying to help with Kate. Like he had a meeting at a job, and he just said, "No, I can't go because of this." So that's interesting too. So it's just little backgrounds of how it came around and how they got Madeleine, and I thought that's interesting. So I'll honestly say at this time where the backgrounds and how they got pregnant with Madeleine, there's no real, yeah, this what happened, that how it happened, nothing like that. It's just, yeah, there's feedbacks in that. So I thought, yeah, that's interesting. So and I knew it kind of was going to be like that, because like I said, because Kate and Jerry are doctors, they're probably used to filling in forms that they really have to be exact, like it has to be to a point. Some of it I'll do questioning, why do we need to know, but some of it, most of it's really to the facts, like, because they went through IVF before medicine it didn't work too when they got medicine. So that's interesting, I thought. So it's just, like I said, it's just background related to medicine at this stage. I feel like there will be a bit more hints in it later on, and I've actually put names on the side just for that reason in my book, because I thought later on, like I said, I read it before and some things really doesn't make sense. Like 1 minute they meet a person at this time, another time they say they met this person at this time, and it's on the same day or same time. It really doesn't make sense, so I thought I'd share that with you. So that will be later on, and I want to hope in people too, so it makes sense more. But really, what really makes me think with this is Kate wasn't a runner at first. Jerry was, and I thought that's quite interesting. And if I did the reading right, you know, it's interesting. I thought it's really interesting because Madeleine was only 3, so anyone really as an adult or probably 16 and older can really just pick her up because she's only 3. And one of, like, I used to do disability and I would pick up people bigger than Kate and Jerry with another person. So yeah, so Madeleine would be very light. I mean, yes, she might be over 20 kilos, but she'd be very light. So that's interesting. So I thought I'd share that with you and see what you think. It is very simple one, this one, at this stage, but I think more we get into it, more things that make sense. Yeah. So I hope you enjoy. Stay in new for chapter 3 and see what happens. Bye.